I want to actually take you to down memory lane in the 2010 World Cup. I actually remember it where I was. I think I was in my room. I was watching on the TV. I actually broke my bed jumping out. I think you know where I'm going to go with this. It's the Algeria game. It's the Algeria game. I think, let's just say the 5 minutes prior to that goal happening, that buildup, knowing that you're basically, if you don't score the goal, you're out of it. And the goal just sends you through, and I think it sends you through as first place. It sends you through as first place. If you can walk us through that, like that moment on the coaching staff, what's going through your mind personally, and then right when it happens, that feeling that you guys get as a nation. If you can walk us through that moment, that'll be great.
So we are in Ellis Park. Was that Pretoria or Johannesburg? Because I remember the Vuvuzela, I remember the stadium, and I want to say it was at Joburg because we had a third game at altitude. So to be verified, that was part of our strategy as well. Because again, that's an example of a late goal where we kept pushing. So when you come about mentality, and then that was one trademark, of a group. This is a unified group. So that game was very special for me because 20 out of the 23 players for Algeria are playing in France. So I mentioned that back then I was doing this. We share the scouting. Obviously Bob is staying on top of things and doing scouting himself. But then I was in charge of England and Algeria, and Jesse Marsh was in charge of Slovenia. So you spend 6 months calling around. I've called club coaches in France that would tell me, what the hell are you calling me for? I said, well, you get this Algerian player, it's just like, why not, and I'm sitting on the bench. Again, I'm pretty sure the 3 subs are done, because we had...
Yeah, they were done.
Talking about adversity, that day, you can throw this into the category of the calls that don't go your way. Clean score, like 20 minutes in, we are up 1-0 and they call it back. That's the second time they do. The game is most goal against Slovenia should have put us through to the next round. So again, and I'm sitting on the bench. This is obviously I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember thinking to myself, no, we're not going to go back home with 3 ties, 3 points, and we're not going to go back home because we tied these guys. Because early on they were very conservative. I watched some edits, some highlights maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, because we had a bunch of chances, and I'm like, no, this is not possible. This is not. And I remember telling myself this, and then. At one point again, there is the one of the players for Algeria, that was playing his friends, is asking the bench in front of me, say how much time is left, and I have this memory. I'm like, what does he care, how much time is left? Because, what 1 point doesn't do them any good, From the get-go, when they were playing conservative, I'm like, what is that? Is that what they're looking for, to get a point against us, So, and then the game developed, and you can tell they're trying at some point to win. But I remember him, he could have been the 85th, whatever is in front of us, and he's asking in French, to the bench. He said, how much time is left? And I'm thinking, how does he care? And then I'm thinking, no, we're not going back. We're not going back home with undefeated, not with, and the goal against Slovenia, just the Moedu goal, I'm like, this is not, I'm never going to leave after that if that happens. And then the goal comes, and I just remember being on the corner flag and just letting it go, because I'm like, what? You deserve this one, so let's celebrate like there's no tomorrow. And it's bizarre because at this moment where, obviously, it was the whole staff there. Jed Merit almost shot my head off because he did a flip on top of the dog pile, and literally his boot come this close to my head. And then I'm thinking right away, okay, the ref is from Belgium, so it's not over because it's in 91st minute. There's 3 minutes left, so I'm going to try to waste some time. And if you look at the footage, we broke the goalpost, the corner flag. We broke the corner flag. So I'm picking up the corner flag, and I'm talking to him in French. It's just us left. I says, I don't think we can salvage this one. And he goes, yeah, I mean, put it there. Let's finish. Okay. So now the next pressure is like, okay, we get 3 minutes. It would be even worse if they score now. And at the end, it was great. I mean, at the end, it was so great. And
yeah, I think that goes down as one of the most historical U.S. national team feelings in U.S. history. I mean, it was so great, just the celebration, everything behind it. You saw it coming because they were sitting back there. You're pushing, and then what happened in the Slovenia game? It was one of those games that U.S. didn't deserve to go out in group stages. It was like you said, it was not the fortunate call, the unfortunate. You're like, this is going to be robbery. Because of how unfortunate in the Slovenia game and prior to that moment it was.
Yeah, and again, this is a statement to the team we were back then, and the resilience, the team spirit. We can face adversity. We had been down so many times, but we knew what we were about. We knew what we were capable of, and then it's not tooting my horn to say that also physically we can make it happen. So we're down against England. We're down against Slovenia by 2 at halftime, And in this one, we should be up, but we're not. And then we go and we get it at the end. And it was just like the locker room after that was great. Obviously, the coaching staff had to transition right away and to go get scout. We had a game to scout because Germany was about to play Ghana. I think it was Germany-Ghana, yeah. So, and again, we won the group. So within like a minute, you're going home. Next minute, you not only do you qualify, but you win the group. So, yeah, it was unique. I've lived some with the national team again because I think that decade we achieved a lot, but that one was unique.
Yeah. That one was a good one.